purely a statistics, or what basically statistics mean. The word statistic come from a Latin word status, which means a political state or the information used for a state. Any information which is used for the state, or any numerical values or numerical measurements that are important for the state are called statistics. Now, statistics was used for a first time by the kings or rulers to count the soldiers of army. We know that in past times, um, the strength of the country was, or the strength of some territory was the number of soldiers or the number of army there. So for to count the armies or to count the soldiers of that army, the kings and rulers used to use statistics for the first time. So at that time it was called the science of kings. So at first time, statistics was called the science of kings. Now, statistics are the numerical facts or figures that lead us to some sort of conclusion, or that can be used for comparison purpose. So, what is statistics? Statistics are just some numerical facts or figures which are used for decision making or comparison purposes. For example, the number of schools and colleges in the country, unemployment figures, different kinds of rate like birth rate, death rate, literacy rate, average score, average marks, etc. These all are collectively called statistics of the country. Now, the proper definition of statistics is a branch of science which deals with the procedures and methods that are used to collect, analyze, interpret, and present numerical data to make inference or to reach any type of decision. So, you need to remember these four words: collection of data, collect to collect the data, collection of data, analysis to analyze the data, interpret to interpret the data, and present the numerical data to make some inference or to reach some kind of decision. So basically statistics deal with those methods and those procedures which are used in the collection, presentation, analysis, and interpretation of the data. Or you can write its definition like this: that statistics is a branch of science which deals with collection, presentation, analysis, and interpretation of numerical data obtained through the conduct of survey or experiment. If you conduct a survey to collect the data, you have to conduct a survey, or you have to conduct an experiment through which you will get the data, and you will collect that data, you will present that data, statistically analyze that data, and then interpret the results. So now statistics, the above definition shows the singular sense of the word statistics and hence describe the statistics as a subject. So when you take statistics as a singular word, you will say that this is a subject. Now this word statistics is also defined as plural sense, means and this last s has some sense. It is defined in two ways. Firstly, the word statistics refers numerical facts systematically arranged. As we have discussed before, that statistics are the numerical facts which are systematically arranged. For example, we say that statistics of prices, statistics of road accidents, statistics of crime, statistics of birth, statistics of educational institutes, etc. And secondly, the word statistics refers a numerical quantity calculated from the sample observations. And this in the next slides um, this definition will be more clear to you. And the single quantity calculated from the sample observations is called a statistic. So what is this statistic? In next slides we are going to study about this. Okay. Now, first of all, use of statistical information, or why statistical information is needed. This is a big question, that why statistics is needed, or why statistical information is needed. So, the following are the uses of statistics. First one is to inform general public. To inform something to the general public of, for example, the citizens of Pakistan, we need to inform them the birth rate or the total population of their country, the birth rate of their country, the death rate of their country, and the literacy rate of their country. So this is for to inform the general public and to explain the things that have happened. Okay, now to explain the things which have happened in the past, in say past 10 years, past 20 years. So we have these methods in which we uh, in which that methods are used to explain which what has happened in past 10 years. For example, prices of something, price of 1 kg sugar we can see, and we can compare with past 10 or 20 years. So these all formulas are in statistics, or statistical information provide us this all to justify a claim. Now in statistics we have some testing procedures, uh, mm, commonly called testing of hypothesis. So these testing procedures, and we will have some claim, and then after applying these testing procedure, we will justify that claim. And then to provide general comparison, for example, comparing population of two countries, population of two cities, population of two provinces, or comparing the birth rate of two countries, or anything which you are going, any data which you are going to compare, you use statistical formulas or statistical information for that. To predict the decision regarding future outcomes. Okay, then we use a technique called regression in the statistics, and this technique is used to predict the decisions regarding the future outcome. For example, something has not happened yet, but by looking at the past and the present data, or the uh, present behavior of the data, so we can predict the future outcomes also. And to estimate the unknown quantities, in statistics there are we will have some unknown quantities, and we can estimate their values by using some specific statistical formulas. And then to estimate association and relationships between the factors, some between some factors we can find the associations and relationships. So these are the uses of statistical formula, statistical information. Next, we have characteristics of statistics. Now, the statistics have some specific characteristics. For example, statistics deal with the behavior of aggregate or large group. It has nothing to do with an individual. Okay, statistics means the collection of figures or collection of data, aggregate of data of large groups. So, it is not it has nothing to deal with the individual. So in statistics we need to have more than one or more than two data of more than one or more than two individuals, not for one for one individual. It is not called statistic, it is just an information, it is not statistic. Statistic deal with the large group always. Then statistics deal with the aggregate of same kind. For example, if you are working on plants, so you cannot add any information about the animal. Or for example, if you are working, your topic is on female students, so you will not add any information or anything about the male student because it deals with the same kind. Okay, statistics deal with the variability. Variability, we know that variability means difference between the values. Because if you have a data, for example, you have number 2 and it is repeated 10 times, this data is meaningless. This data has no meaning here. So if you have 10 items and 10 items are different, for example, 1 2 3 up to 10, so these are all 10 different numbers. So this is variability, and we know that our world is full of variability. So of course, statistics also deals with variability. Statistics deal with uncertainties, as every process of getting observation involve deficiencies and chance variations. So uncertainty, when the word uncertainty comes, we can just handle it by statistics. Then statistics deal with those characteristics or aspects of things which can be described numerically, either by count or by measure. So it deals with numerical values. Either by counting you get the numerical values, or either by measurement you get the numerical values, but it just deal with numeric data, not non-numeric data. Okay, statistics deal with those aggregates which are subject to a number of random causes. For example, the height of a person depends on the race, age, diet, habits, and climate. So, random causes. Statistics also deals with random causes. For example, the cause of height or the height of the person depends upon these variables or these things. So, we will study the questions also related to this type, that one variable will be dependent on the other variables. Then statistical laws are valid on average or on long run. Statistical laws are very valid on average, means when you repeat it the large number of time, these laws will be valid. Statistical results may become misleading or incorrect if sufficient care is not given in collecting, interpreting, and processing the data. So, expertise are required. Okay, now for statistical results or for statistical work to do, we need some expertise, as we are training you people for business statistics and those formulas which are related to business. So we are teaching you the formulas or the concept of statistics, because we need expert people to solve the questions or um, to work statistically. So if there is someone who is not trained, who is not taught about statistics, or who is not given training about the formulas or collecting data or interpreting data, so it would be misleading then. Okay, importance of statistics. Statistical data is used in taking administrative decisions, like decision of opening a new school based on statistics of school going children. So it means that for administrating administrative decisions, statistical data is used, because we need to know the demand of a new school. If we are opening a new school, we need to know the demand of the new school. And how we will know the demand? If we know the statistics of school going children, then we can open the new school there. And second one is statistics plays an important role in business, which we are studying here. So because it provides a quantitative base for arriving a decision in all the matter regarding business. For example, statistics would help a businessman to know the demand of his customers. So, businessmen should always know the demand of the customer, and statistical data or statistics of the demand will help the businessman to know about this. So it is very important in business. Then the banks make use of statistics while framing their policies. They need to know the regular depositing and withdrawal. So banks also do have some statistic or record of their depositing and withdrawals regularly, so on the basis of which they can frame their policies. Then insurance companies decide the premium on the basis of data collected regarding to mortality rate at different ages. So we know that at your age of 20 or 22, the mortality rate is very low, but a person of 60 years or 50 years or above has a high mortality rate. So we know that insurance company has their set their premium differently for young people and differently for the aged people, because they depend on the mortality rate of different ages, and for that purpose they collect the data, because without collecting the data we cannot find the mortality rate or we cannot find the record. Okay, second last is statistics has proven have proved to be immense use in astronomy, biology, zoology, physics, chemistry, agriculture, economics, psychology, education, and sociology, etc. Means in different subjects, statistics has proved its immense use, and statistics nowadays is using in every subject or every field of life. The, the tools of statistics are used for transport authorities, as transport authority need to conduct a survey before launching a new item of transport, and nowadays we are familiar with the BRT. So for this they haven't made anything without planning. They have first collected the data, or they have conducted the survey uh, for the need of the bus, and then they have um, launch the new bus service for you. So this was the example for transport authorities. Now statistics has main two types or two branches of there are mainly two branches of statistics. One is descriptive statistics and the other one is inferential statistics. What is descriptive statistics? It is a branch of statistics which deals with the concept and method with summarization and description of the important aspects of numerical data. Now, descriptive, as it is cleared with the name descriptive, which means that it describes the things, or this is it is concerned with the description, or this describes the data, or this summarize the data, or we can say that this descriptive statistics explains the properties of the data which is given to it. Okay, this area of study consists of condensation of data. Condensation means summarization, to condense their graphical graphical displays. We will make some graphs, or we will learn how to construct the graph, so it comes in descriptive statistics. And the computation of few numerical quantities that provide the information about the center of the data and indicates the spread of the data. So in next topics we will learn how, or we will calculate some numerical quantities that will show the center of the data, and also they will show the spread out of the data. Next, second branch is inferential statistics. It deals with the procedure of making inference about the characteristic of, that describe the large group of data or whole called population from the knowledge driven from derived from only a part of the data known as sample. So in inferential statistic, it is as it is cleared from the name that it is the process of making inference or decision about the large group of data, which is called population, on the basis of the knowledge of only a part of the data, which is called a sample. For example, which means that we use a sample, a small part of data, or the information of small part of data, to make a decision about the large group of data from which it is taken. It will be more clear to you when we will do some questions, so it will be more clear to you. Okay, this area includes the estimation of population parameters and testing of statistical hypotheses. These are estimation and testing of statistical hypotheses are the formulas, the statistical formulas, which we will definitely study in our course. This phase of statistics is based on probability theory, as the inference that are made on the basis of sample evidence cannot be absolutely certain. So and this branch of statistics, or this phase of statistics, is based on the probability theory, because if we, because sample, we all know that sample is just a small part of the population, so it cannot be accurate, or it cannot represent the whole population uh, uh, fully, but it just represents the small part of the population